Things are looking a little ropey for Zinedine Zidane at Real Madrid, whether he's going to be sacked by the end of the season or he's going to leave of his own accord. It looks like Real Madrid will be looking for a new manager in the future. So here are 5 potential options to take over in the hot seat. First up, and it's Massimiliano Allegri, and honestly, every time there's a new manager, or a new manager that could be appointed, his name is thrown around, but he still hasn't got one. I think I mentioned this in the Chelsea video when Frank Lampard was sacked. Why is no one bringing in Allegri? Like, he's a proven winner. What he did at Juventus was absolutely brilliant. He took them to 2 Champions League finals, so he's got that European experience. Yes, he couldn't quite take them over the line and take them to the title, but things went pretty well throughout the whole season. He led them to back-to-back Scudettos and to Coppa Italias as well. So why is he not being involved in the talk for more clubs? Maybe the Italians' defensive brand of football wouldn't exactly fit in well at Real Madrid, because we all know winning is just not enough. Winning trophies is not enough for Real. You've got to win with some sort of style. Anyway, since 2019, Allegri has been out of a job, and like I mentioned, he's been linked with United, he's been linked with Chelsea, he's been linked with a PSG job, which will eventually taken by Mauricio Pochettino. So should Zidane leave, maybe, just maybe, Allegri could finally find himself in a job. In some cases, Allegri has kind of been slandered as a defensive coach, but realistically, he sets up in a 4-3-3, much like Real Madrid do at the moment. He loves the fast counter-attacking football, and if he's got the players to do so, I definitely think he could actually bring something good to Real Madrid. Like, I know winning isn't enough for Real, winning trophies isn't enough for Real. You've got to play beautiful, attractive, entertaining football as well, and maybe given the chance, Allegri could actually do it. Anyway, like I mentioned, he's been out of a job since 2019, so maybe this could be the job for him. Next up, and this one pairs the romantic side of football with Real Madrid, and you just got to love it. I'm not saying it's going to happen. He's previously said that he's not really interested in returning to club football, but FIFA's current head of global development, Arsene Wenger, it would be so good if he came back to football, to Real Madrid. We've seen the best of Wenger at Arsenal for so many years, despite the fact some Arsenal fans will have you believe towards the end he was absolutely nothing but a meme. Careful what you wish for, Arsenal fans. But Wenger coming back would automatically gain the respect of every single player in the dressing room. Like, generational talents have been coached and taken to the top under Wenger. He could also come back and maybe just prove that he's still got it. I definitely think that despite the fact Real Madrid made quite a few moves for Wenger during his Arsenal career, and he turned down every single time, there'd still be a great relationship between the club and him. Obviously, as I mentioned, he's got this wealth of knowledge, and him picking up trophies at Real Madrid would just be such a good addition to his legacy. On the flip side of this, if things were to go completely wrong, I'm not so sure it would ruin his legacy. Like, he's still a fantastic manager. He's still got so much to offer from that footballing brain of his. So even if he were to move in as part of a management team, I don't know, that was overseeing operations rather than being out on the pitch every day and putting together all sorts of tactical plans, Wenger at Real Madrid, there's just something in the football romantic in me that thinks this could be such a good deal. Of course, he said that he's unsure whether he'd return to management again, and football may have moved on since the prime Wenger days, but I'm not so sure. I still think he's got something to offer, and even if it's just like on a 1 or 2 year deal, the football romantic in me would definitely enjoy this. So let's move away from the romantic dreaming side of me, producing 5 potential options for Zinedine Zidane, and we'll go to the next one, which is Raul. This is a rather interesting one because it runs along the same lines as Guti. Basically, both of them Real Madrid legends. Played for Real Madrid for so many years, literally won absolutely everything there is to win with Real Madrid. But the whole thing at the moment is there seems to be this trend of hiring club legends as the manager, and sometimes it works absolutely fine. Zidane in his first spell, Pep Guardiola at Barcelona. Since then, there are a few others that maybe question whether or not this is the right decision. I just think if Real Madrid are going to get rid of Zidane and say, you know what, he's not bringing enough whatever he's bringing to the job, maybe he's not got the right man management skills, maybe he's not making the most out of this squad, by promoting someone with little experience like Raul or Guti from the youth teams that they're currently working at Real Madrid, maybe they're not really going in the right direction. Maybe they want someone with a bit more experience, someone with a proven track record, because Real Madrid want to get back to winning absolutely every single trophy possible. Yes, they won La Liga last season in a league which was a season, that was disrupted by Corona. Not everyone was at their best. I'm not downplaying the achievement at all. It was brilliant, but they really want to be dominating the football scene as well, rather than just picking up the odd trophy here and there. So that is why I think Real Madrid will maybe go for someone with a mix of experience, not necessarily who's got the craziest track record, but someone who can definitely take them forward through the transition, give them an identity and set them up for the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, not just be another stopgap. And that is where, away from Raul and Guti, we come to the favourite, and that is Julian Nagelsmann. Now, apparently, the former Hoffenheim coach actually turned down Real Madrid to seal his future with RB Leipzig, and it seems like he's just got his own plan in mind, and I'm all behind it. To be honest, the jump from Hoffenheim to Real Madrid may have been a bit too big. He was like 30 at the time. I think he's only 33 now. He was 30 at the time. It was obviously a massive step up. He'd done good things with Hoffenheim, getting them into the Champions League. But getting an overachieving team into the Champions League is vastly different from taking Real Madrid to all the titles that they expect. Like, that is absolutely insane. So the step to Leipzig in between has been good. He's now on a regular Champions League team. He's proving he can do it again with another team. He's moulding players, tactics, coming up with all sorts of different styles of play, and has now taken his team to a Champions League semi-final where they lost to PSG last season. Again, when it comes to CVs and experiences, if you want to go just for that as a Real Madrid board member, if you were, you'd go for Max Allegri, because definitely he's the easiest option. But when it comes to building something and identity, like I mentioned before, Nagelsmann's got to be such a good choice. Apparently, all of the board and Florentino Perez at Real Madrid are really keen on bringing in Nagelsmann, and actually, of this list, him and Raul are the two most likely to take over. You've got one that's a legend with the club, and one that could potentially be a legend in the managerial hot seat. Personally, I think Nagelsmann is a fantastic fit. Yes, he would struggle with maybe not commanding the respect from all the top players because he hasn't been at the exact top. But given what Leipzig are doing in the Champions League and in the Bundesliga, if you're going to give a chance to a young up-and-coming manager who could really make his name, Nagelsmann has got to be the guy. And lastly, this is the joker in the pack. This is not one that's going to happen, but I just think it would be so cool if Marcelo Bielsa took over at Real Madrid. Like, you could just see from the amount of managers that have said he is a legend and they're inspired by him, his disciples, as they've put it. Pep Guardiola once called him the best coach in the world. This is Pep Guardiola we're talking about. Mauricio Pochettino and plenty of others have all said they completely love and admire Bielsa, and the amount of players who have said they've made him a better player, the list is too long to make in any sort of video. Throughout all of his career, he seems to have been a genius coach, putting together quite a tactic that maybe you would have thought didn't really stand the test of time, but it does. His 3-3-1-3 formation is absolutely insane, and well, it's such a testament to him that he's gone to so many different clubs, in so many different leagues. He's been in La Liga before with Espanyol and Athletic Bilbao, and he's still made it work. Yes, he may not get on with the board members at every single time, and he may ruffle a few feathers within the squad, but there is no doubting he's an absolute genius. So if you give him the Real Madrid team with the backing and the money and the players, and then put his brain to the test, I just think it will be fantastic to watch. I honestly don't know whether Real Madrid will win anything. I just think purely from an innovative manager at a huge club with all those resources, you'd just love to see it. So there you have it, 5 potential replacements for Zinedine Zidane at Real Madrid. Of course, some of them are absolute fun, some of them quite serious. I think Nagelsmann is the favourite. You guys let me know yours in the comment section down below. Check out everything else we've got going on OneFootball, and until next time, I will see you guys later.